Okay, we're going to do a quick video to talk about the Get to Know You survey. I've selected that in the content list for the implementation group, and so the survey and the map. And if you need more information about this, it should be in this folder here in the shared Google Drive. So let's talk about the form first. That students will fill this in. And that's me. And then they just need to give an intersection. You don't have to give a street address. We don't actually want street addresses. So apologies while I need to look at the map to quickly get address. I can, okay. All right. So there we go. So then you name your favorite pizza place, and then you name your favorite place to get ice cream. How do you feel about pineapple on pizza? All of these questions from here on down are forced choice. So pick the thing that is closest to the way that you feel. And all right, and then we hit submit. So the students might need the form explained to them and supported, but it should be pretty straightforward. Then when the time comes, we're going to take a look at the map, and this map is going to populate with all of the results from this form. So you can see that right now, all the layers are switched off, okay, except for the place marker on the Temple Ambler campus that I'm turning on and off here. Since this will be students' first time looking at this, you might want to orient them geospatially. So, you know, here's the Temple Ambler campus. That's where we are. This is the Willow Grove Mall over here. Maybe that's a place that they're familiar with. And, you know, we can demo, hey, look, it's a map. I zoom in and I can see features. So these are all of the parking areas surrounding that mall. Hooray. So it's a dynamic map, hopefully like they're used to seeing in other contexts. So let's take a look now at the data. So I'm going to switch on this layer right here. Now, during the camp, this should start to populate with dots automatically because I'm demoing this outside of the camp. I'm going to first have to remove the filter. So right now it's filtered so that only things created in the last week will show. So, oh yeah, wait, there's my dot right there. So I just created that. That's within the last week. That is present. Okay. But let me go ahead and clear the filter so you can see what it looks like when the full data set is revealed. So again, we just have demo data. It'll look a little bit different once there's actual campers. So there'll be more stuff scattered around the map here. So this lets students see, oh, wait, the data that I just input has shown up on the map. Hooray. And when I click on these dots, I see the records that got filled in. So clicking on this one right here. All right, so another piece of demonstration data, ta-da. So what we want to do now is look at what happens when we code by different categories. So I'm going to switch off those just location only codings, and I'm going to switch on pineapple and pizza. In fact, you might even want to ask students to predict. What do they think? Will more people be in favor of pineapple and pizza or not in favor of it? So I switch it on and oops, I'm sorry. I have to remove the filter again. Okay, so I come over here, filter, clear it. All right, so I see these dots popping up on the map, right? They're red and they're blue. Now I can click on them to find out exactly what does it say, but you know, is there a different way that we can get the color coding? Can we say, what does red mean? What does blue mean? So hopefully students remember what is a legend or a key on a map, and I have it right here. So red is yuck, blue is yum, so I see more red than blue. Therefore, that's the most prevalent response. That's the most common response. More students dislike pineapple on pizza than like it. So let's come back into the layers. Let's switch off pineapple and pizza. Let's look at indoors versus outdoors. So I'm going to select the layer. I'm going to make it active. I'm now going to clear that filter because I remembered I need to do that. Again, you won't have to do that during the camp. So again, it's coding it by color. And if I want to see what the colors mean, I can click on legend. Okay, so we see that more people prefer to go outside on a nice day than stay inside. Oh, and sorry, we can confirm this if we click on the dots and then we look through these responses, right? On a sunny day, which do you prefer? And staying indoors, and indeed, this blue dot, that's what that means. Okay, so I'm not going to go through each of these, to demonstrate what we do with all these layers, but I will demonstrate these bottom two. Okay, so these bottom two start out uncoded, meaning that when I switch it on and clear the filter, that it's just showing location, right? It's not colored. So this is where we want to show students that how is it that we get, the red and the blue to appear on Pineapple and Pizza or Minecraft or Roblox or whatever. So this time we're going to come over here to styles. Currently the data is styled just showing the location, but we're going to say, no, let's look by a specific field. Let's look at what's your favorite pizza place. And it is going to say, okay, I'm going to code that by unique symbols. I'm going to do a dot of a different color depending on what somebody typed in. And so we can see these are all the different responses that folks have typed in thus far. Okay. And note that it is case sensitive, punctuation sensitive, etc. So if one person, for example, writes Carlos with an apostrophe and another person writes it without an apostrophe, that will show up as two different things. So what we want to do here is look for spatial patterns. That was the whole idea behind adding this favorite pizza place, favorite ice cream place, is do we see a concentration of, certain color of dots? Like I see two green dots that are both right here, so they are both Luciani's. Is that, do people who live near Luciani's tend to favorite? Is that a favorite place? And maybe even do I see green dots popping up further away as like, oh yeah, people definitely want to travel to get to Luciani's or whatever. It's that special. So let me show that again, that process, but I'll do it now with the ice cream place layer. So first I'm switching off pizza place, switching on ice cream, and now I need to clear the filter to get all the data in. Again, you won't need to do that during the camp. So there's the dots. And in order to style them by what was input, right? So in order to make this dot right here get colored according to oh, that's interesting. The ice cream place doesn't appear within that pop-up. I'll fix that. But to style them by that data field, I will click styles and I will add a field. I will go to favorite place to get ice cream. Okay, I'll add that in. Okay, and then it recodes everything automatically, gives everything a unique symbol. It shows me the list of what people are putting there. And I hit done. And again, we get to look for spatial patterns. So that is how we use the Get to Know You form right here, which will look like this when students first come to fill it out. Okay, so they'll fill out the form. Then we come over to the map, we orient them on the map, and we then start bringing in data layers one by one so that they can see what GIS does and how it works. And keep in mind that if you don't hit save on anything that you've done, it won't overwrite the map. You can just close the map and all the changes you made will go away when you close your browser window. Or like, if you hit refresh on your map, it'll reset everything back the way that it was. So for the filters turned on, the coding back to the original defaults. So just know that you don't need to save anything on this map. You just need to manipulate the map and then close it up when you're done. And hopefully it all works out nice and smooth.